is the embarrassing part when the guy on this side doesn't know that the camera's on and he's not quite prepared yet. That's the embarrassing thing. Anyways, I am prepared, but anyways, how's she going today, tubes? Pretty good here. Today is, I think, number 5 of the question and answers for Bill. That's me. Okay. So I'm just going to refresh everything. So we've got a few more questions here. So, it's funny, I just opened this email address, the billqa@yahoo.com, and pretty much instantly I'm getting like, hello, are you open for promotional offers? We would like to order ads on your channel. I'm like, really? Go away, people, with that. Really? Really? Like, instantly it started coming in with that. I'm like, where did that come from? And how did you even know it? Like, holy cow. Anyways, we'll just delete that one because I'm not interested in that. So, the first question here. Oh, I gotta get positioned. Okay. The first question is from Carter. Says, hey Bill, I was just wondering, what are some of the things you don't like about your truck and some of the things you don't like about your wife's car? Something I don't like about my truck. I don't know if I've really found anything yet. The only thing I don't like, and it doesn't really bother me, maybe, is if you are a smaller person, like shorter, you would never reach the dipstick to check the oil, because I have a hard time. I'm full stretched arm length and I pull this like 42-inch freaking dipstick out. If you were a shorter guy, you'd have to probably climb up on the truck and lean in kind of thing, which isn't really kind of safe, right? Anything else I don't like about my truck? You know, I haven't really found anything that's really bothered me with it. It's actually been really good. I'm really happy with it. So I'll say nothing. Essentially, it's pretty good on fuel. I mean, for a truck, it's 13.3 liters per 100K. I think that's pretty good. It's got piles of power. Like, oh my gosh, I really want to get my travel trailer hooked onto her and give that a tug up the road and see how it is. No, it's been good. Something's flying around in here, a bee or something. No, it's been good. I've been happy with it. It's been really nice. So, something you don't like about your wife's car. It is too small. Now we're going from one side to the other. It's too small for an ape my size. I have to get myself in there and crunch. Oh God, it's just a nightmare. But anyways, I get in somehow. Her car sometimes is harder on gas than other times. I don't know if it's just where we bought it from. Maybe it burns through faster. I don't know. Very reliable car. I think, well, other than the frickin' rodents, we'll say chipmunks or whatever, getting into it and chewing wires. I've never blown a bulb in it yet. Light bulb or nothing. It's been always good. No, Toyota's a really good, reliable vehicle. They always have been. Hopefully they keep that up. And this one is actually built in Cambridge, Ontario, which is like 40 minutes from me. So it's not that far from home, we'll say. No, they're good. They're very expensive when you buy them new. I think they're like a Corolla, the new 2020s, CVT, whatever stupid transmission they put them in now, is like almost 30 grand here in Canada. But, you know, that's a car you're going to have for like 25 years, probably even maybe longer, depending on what you do with it, right? So it's a big factor. But, yeah, that's the only things with those. Carter sent me another one pretty much right after that. Sorry for sending 2 different emails, but I forgot to ask you in the first one, would you ever live stream your answering our questions or any games? I don't like being stuck to... Now there's a mosquito in here. I don't like being stuck to that specific time for streaming stuff. That's why I don't do a whole lot of it. I like to set up more of a schedule of like a viewing schedule for you guys. You know, so like I do like a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, stuff like this video, and then I'll throw in some gameplay stuff through the rest of the days, right? Plus my internet connection, oh, I'm going to get you. My internet connection is pretty good here, but I don't want to have to rely on, yeah, it's a pretty good connection, and then all of a sudden it drops connection and everything screws up. So I gotcha. So I have done live streaming before. We used to do live shows like this kind of stuff, but I don't know. I'd rather kind of do it this way, I think. So that way I can study the questions a little more too, right? Get better answers for you, or change my mind if I want to, rather than point of shooting kind of thing, right? Okay, next one. I gotta get rid of my gum. That's better. Next one's from Brian Rutherford. Hi Bill, love all your videos. Been watching since FS 2013. I'm wondering why you stopped Astroneer. I pretty much finished the game other than got off. Astroneer got weird near the end there. You had to do those weird, what the heck was it? There was different things you had to do and you could actually get off. I'm like, well, I don't really want to get off. I want to build everything, which we did, and play around a bit and explore a bit, and then that was kind of it, right? It wasn't really much more to do after that. It's probably changed now. There's probably more things. I should maybe try to get back into it, but so that's why we kind of stopped in Astroneer. Astroneer's like a space survival kind of game. So there's actually one coming out. What the heck was it called? I don't know what's taking so long with it, but it was like a space shuttle kind of like space station repair maintenance kind of game kind of thing. It was looked kind of neat. I can't remember the name of it now, but I'd have to look it up. But I wanted to get it, but it hasn't been released yet. So he says, just got the game and love it. They've done some fixes and updates to the game since you last put a video on it, which, yeah, we said that. I'm sure there's been some changes. Can we set a day and time to play Astroneer together some Sunday? Your fan from New Mexico. Wow, Brian Rutherford. Well, we'll have to, I'm pretty sure, I don't know if I've got that installed again. I have to get it all installed and get it ready and all updated and stuff, but yeah, we could probably get something going, I'm sure. That'd be kind of neat. Have to go in and figure everything out again, though. That's my problem. I forget how to do things. Next one is from, well, it says sent from my iPhone. Chersey, if I said that right, Chersey maybe? 357. Oh, but he says here, hey Bill, my name is Connor. So his name's Connor. Sorry, I don't know what the first part was. My name is Connor. I'm 19 from southern Maine. I've been subscribed for you for at least 8 years. I was wondering if you thought of taking your 2 shipping containers, putting them side by side with a 15 to 30 foot gap between them, and put a roof over the top and have a nice big garage. So if I was going to do that, I might as well just build a garage kind of thing and do it that way instead of doing shipping containers. I don't think it would be too much, well, other than the foundation, and you'd still need something that for all that structure you're talking about to go on something. So by the time you do all that, you might as well just build a garage, but I don't think I would do that here. So I've seen a couple that look pretty good. Also, you should see how your F-250 will tow the backhoe. Oh, that's a good idea. We'll be interested to see how it does. Keep the great videos and have a good day. So I guess he means put the backhoe on my trailer out here and take it for a run up the road. That would be actually pretty cool. It would haul that pretty good, I think. That thing weighs, well, you know, it's probably not the size of the travel trailer, but it's probably darn near as heavy as that travel trailer. That tractor, I think that 110 weighs about 7,500 pounds without the tires loaded, and I've got the rears about 60% on each side, and then we just had new skins put on the front, so they don't have anything in them for weight. So it probably 82 or 300 pounds, maybe in and around there. So that would be a good heavy load. I'd have to make sure I chain that fella on good and put all the binders and stuff on it. But hey, we might try that someday because that's a good idea. See how it does hauling that. See, that truck has an engine brake too, right? So I mean that when I'm hauling the little tractors around, I can put that on and I hardly even really touch the brakes. It's really good how it works. So it works really good. So there you go, sir. Thank you. Okay, the next one, I don't think I can pronounce the name. Heyco. If I didn't say that right, I do apologize because I probably messed that up. So he says, hey Bill, my name is, I think it says Heyco. If like I say, I missed that, I'm sorry. From Florida. Ooh, it's hot down there, I bet. Thank you for answering my question, and I love all the videos of your Ford tractor, and I love the mini excavator. Me too, it saves me a lot of work. That thing's been really good. I've been really happy with it. I love the mini excavator, and I love watching the videos of the dirt bikes as well. Oh, so he doesn't actually have a question, but thank you for the compliments. That's really nice. I take compliments too. Next one is from Mark Bellatone. I think I've talked to him a little bit before. Says, hi Bill, you should play some H1Z1. Okay, we can't actually do that because they have shut down all their servers. There's no servers left for H1Z1. So whenever we were playing, we were getting onto the servers. They've closed all them down. So that game has actually been deleted, I think, from my Steam library, which is kind of weird because it's like, can I just open up like a local server and play it still? Nope, shut down, gone. And you should go back to High Flying Fridays. Ooh, that'd be kind of cool, but I don't know where I'd fly. What would you guys enjoy seeing for High Flying Fridays? Let me know. We can maybe do that. So the next one's from Samson. It says, hey Bill, it's Sam again. I was wondering if you could do some more ATV riding videos. It's funny, the last guy just said that. I was also wondering what years your ATV is. So that is a 2007 Polaris Sportsman 700 twin, and they're side-by-side twins. Pretty good machine. It's had a couple of few issues. I actually got to do something in the next little while, maybe even a winter project. Should be able to get it in here, in the shop here. And something's blocking the radiator, and I've had it apart when we used to swamper a little more, and the radiator was all full of mud and crap. So something's in the radiator now, and when it turns on, it's turning on the fans, which sucks the air through the radiator, and it's running a lot longer than it should, which means telling me that there's something in the radiator that's blocking up the front. Could be grass stuff that's, you know, accumulated again and sucked in there. It shouldn't be mud because we haven't really mudded it, but I gotta tear that whole front end off to get into that thing, to actually get in there and clean it out right. And it's a fairly big disassembly, but there's also an issue too in the fuel tank. There was like a year or so I never really used it, and it sat in the little shed there, and I went to use it again and fired it up. It was fine, drove it around, and put some gas in. I'm like, still showing that it's like a quarter tank. That's weird, it's full. Never really thought anything about it, and drove it, you know, a few more times. I'm like, okay, the level's not come up, so something's going on with the fuel sending unit level sensor thingy, and that's probably like a whole entire tank replacement, because I don't know if you can get into the tanks on those things, and you know, it's probably just a wire in the bottom that you click, and then that's how it works. I don't know. Gotta take it apart and have a look, because it's kind of nice to know how much fuel you got, because that thing has a small tank and a fairly big motor in it. And it doesn't take long to burn through a tank of fuel in that thing if you're running her pretty good. I think you could probably get a good hard, good hard riding. I think I got her. Good hard riding, you probably get maybe 2 hours out of it, and then you're looking for fuel again. It's a really small tank on that thing, quite surprised. So, ATV riding videos. Yes, but I kind of want to have a look at this thing first before we kind of go ripping at her too far, especially the cooling. Like the fuel thing isn't that big of a deal. It's still running, like it's still sending fuel through, but the level on the gauge isn't working. So, but I want to have a look at that radiator and see what's going on there. So it doesn't actually need an oil change too. And, oh, listen, raining. I'm not getting my head wet either. That's nice. I actually have an oil change kit for it. That's the oil change kit for it, so it comes with a new filter, and bloody expensive, like $52 now for these things. When I first got that ATV, it was about 28 bucks for this kit, so they went up a lot. But, just dropped her. That's the little filter for it there though, so yeah. Little wee guy, and that's actually a nightmare to get in and out, because you gotta actually take off, believe it or not, you actually have to take off the overflow coolant reservoir for it to get that thing. I'm like, isn't that stupid? So that's a job coming up. Probably should look at that and see why it's not really cooling super well. All right, next one is from chevyman. Oh, I don't know if I can answer your question. No, I'm just kidding. I'm teasing you. He says, "Hi Bill, my name is Tyler. I'm from Lansing, Michigan." I think maybe we've been through there when I was a young guy. I can't remember. Anyways, he says, "My question is, how many games do you have on your Steam? And could you send me some of your stickers?" Actually, I just sent a bunch of stickers out to everybody for the Scratch Card Sunday. I sent your tickets back, letter winners back, and some of them I wasn't sure if they were winners, so you can scan them. And I sent a bunch of stickers with them too. So I went to the post office today. It really didn't feel good still because, you know, you got to wear a mask. You gotta here with me actually. You gotta wear a mask, and they won't let you in unless you have a mask on. Our county here right now is a mandatory mask, so I put my mask on, and in I go. Post office. And you can't breathe in these things for too long until you start suffocating. They're terrible. But, oh geez. Anyway, so I will probably have to do another big sticker send out soon. I might even start selling them somewhere. I don't know. I made a whole bunch up the other night, but I found that I'm gonna have to redesign the design, and so it cuts out a little nicer because there's some spots for some reason it didn't finish the cut, and I'm peeling off and I was ripping everything off. Oh, it was a hell of a nightmare. So I got to redesign it and try to join some of the things back together and make it a little more simple, so I can just bang 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 bang, away she goes. So but yes, we can do that. Matthew is the next question. He says, "Hi Bill, I'm from St. Paul, Indiana. Can you stop the weekend thing for Farm Sim Saturday? I love it, but the weekend drives me nuts." So I did last Saturday. We only did the one video. I'm going to go back just to the Saturday only. I presume that's what you're meaning. Stop the weekend thing from Farm Sim Saturday, but I love the weekend. I love the weekend drives me nuts. I love the one big video. Okay, yeah, so it's just Saturday we're going to do it again, I think. So that's already been looked after. Next question is from John. It says, "Hey Bill, my name is John from Arizona." Ooh, another hot place. I was wondering how is the 2-tank air system doing? And can the pump still get up and go like new? Well, I don't really know what you're talking about. At one point there at the other garage, I had my big new air compressor pumping into my tank that's in this other building here now. Is that what you're meaning? So it's been a long time ago separated apart, and this compressor I gave to my buddy there, and then he didn't really do anything with it, so I'm like, oh, I could use it again now. So I got it back from him, and we're gonna get working on it soon here. I got something for it, we'll see. It's another video. Thanks for the great video you do, and be safe. You as well, be safe. So yeah, we haven't had the two hooked up because I didn't really need that much air down there. Like that one big compressor on its own, my God, it puts out like piles of air. So, okay. The next one is from Finn, F-I-N-N. Don't hear that name too often. Okay, big long one here. "Hi Bill, I'm a big fan. I am from Spencerville, Ontario, about 45 minutes south of Ottawa." Oh, you're not super far from me, maybe a couple, 3 hours or so. Maybe 4 hours maybe. Have you ever been there? No, I don't believe so. It says, "I am 14 and I got a 1941 Ford 9N running after sitting since 1996. That's pretty good. My question is, the PTO is turned on and the 3-point hitch has a hard time going up. That's gonna be expensive, I think, bud." That's probably your pump. Let's read on here and see what else he says. My 3-point, get on her, bud. Just juicing her. I thought it was a motorcycle or a car. Probably a bike. Anyways, my question is, the piece, if I lift it up with my hands, it will hold up and very slowly go back down. Ooh, that could be your piston and your cylinder lifting there too. Let's read on here again. As soon as you put the clutch in and turn the engine off, it drops right to the ground even with no load on it. Ooh, that's really not good. There's definitely something leaking inside. It's probably your pump. It could be leaking past the piston. So inside underneath your seat kind of cover there, there's like a big cylinder thing with the piston, and it's got like a rod that pushes out, that pushes on those arms, that lifts the 3-point hitch arms. It's definitely got an internal leak somewhere, I would say, big time. If it's going that fast, it's probably something blown out of the pump. It could even potentially be a pump that's frozen through the winter, water in it. If it had a lot of water in it, it might have frozen, busted that pump apart. You're going to be into a pile of money for that. Look it up on Steiner's tractor parts, and they have all the what do they call them? There's like the main body of the pump, and then they have the things that's on the side. Can't think of the name of what those are now. But it's probably something there that's probably frozen and broken, I bet. Not good. It can be a lot of money. So as soon as you put the clutch in and turn it, drops straight to the ground, even no load. The hydraulic oil is right to the full line and clean. Now that doesn't mean anything, because that means maybe someone's changed it thinking that changing the oil might have helped. But if it's broken from freezing, it's going to be leaking forever until you fix it. Holy jumping. Any thoughts? So there's my thoughts anyways. Also, what happens if you run the tractor without using the resistor? Thanks, Finn. Not a good thing. You'll burn out your coil real fast. Put the resistor in, or get the one like I got from Steiner too. It was like 80 odd bucks, I think, Canadian. And it is a 12 volt internally resisted coil. And it works good, because then it won't burn out the points too. So you're either going to burn out your points or burn out your coil with that. So anyways, that's from Finn. Thanks, Finn. Alright, the next one from Ethan. Says, hi Bill, hope all is well. My name is Ethan, and my question is that I see that you do a lot of oil changes. I was wondering, I did like an oil change series because it seemed like everything needed it all at once. In the springtime, everything was needing it. I was wondering if you've ever stripped out an oil plug, or even stripped an oil filter to where either one will not tighten up and seal. I have actually never done that. You don't over tighten things. You go tight and then you give it the bill torque, and that's it. Don't go any more than that. You can strip threads out pretty quick, especially if it's like aluminum or something, real fast. So filters, they're pretty darn coarse. Threads on them, I don't think you'd have to really mash on that hard or try to somehow cross thread that, which is pretty much impossible, I think, with these things. You probably could, but I think you'd have to really not know what you're doing, or work at it real hard to cross thread one of them. No, I've never had an issue with that. Never ever had a problem with that. So it's been pretty good for me, honestly. Even little engines and stuff changing, like in my leaf collector thing, I just take it out and dump it out, and then they're aluminum. Don't crank them on too hard. I mean, it's not like, it's got to be like 5,000 foot-pounds, right, to put it on. Just snug it up, like that's all you need. There's probably torque specs for it, but just don't go crazy. Spark plugs too, be careful with them. You'll strip them out really fast. I think the longer the thread on a spark plug, the worse it actually is for threading it, although you think it would bite in faster, but you can really, because you do have to crank them down a little bit if it's a new plug to seal that ring, that washer, right, on a spark plug. So you don't want to go, you know, tight and then like a little bit more, and that's it. Don't go anymore. Don't go too tight. So it's all about the tightness. Oh, where'd all my questions go? Oh, they're there. Go past the G-pad. Oh, another one from Finn. Today I noticed it doesn't go up when I hit a bump. It doesn't. Okay, so he's talking about his tractor and his hydraulics again. Today I noticed that it doesn't go up when I hit a bump. It goes up when I'm running at high RPM. There's definitely a leak there. You're running it at higher RPM. It's got enough speed in that pump that it'll pump it up, but as soon as you drop the RPM, I bet you it drops back down again, right? You've got pump problems. Pump or piston and cylinder lift problems. Guaranteed it's internally leaking there. So you got a big job. You got to take that whole bottom plate off. That was a 9N. Yeah, you're going to have There's a couple of wishbone things, I think they call them, in there. You got to take those inspection plates off the side, unhook those before you drop the pump down. The 8 ends were a lot simpler. These ones are a lot more complex for some reason. They engineered it more simply, I guess, when they went on. So yeah, you're gonna have pump problems, guarantee it. Zachary's is the next question. Hey Bill, it's Zach from New Hampshire. And I was wondering if you're going to do some more work on the Ford tractor. And my other question, yes, I am going to do some more work on the Ford tractor. We got to put a governor on it. We've got to make a line to run from the bottom of the oil filter to the new governor, so it gets oil there, so it doesn't grenade itself like this one, the old one's about to do. And then I got these tie rods to put on. A couple of joints were getting really bad in them. And then we've got the front wheel bearings to look at too. They're really sloppy and loose and crap. I don't know if they need a whole re and re or just cleaned up and tightened, put back together. We'll have to wait and see. So, yes we are. Got more videos coming for that. I just gotta work around this bloody heat out here. It's been so freaking hot out here. It's like, oh my gosh, I've been working on this and sweating my you-know-what off. So I'm like, we can find a cooler day maybe. My other question is, do you know where I can get some gauges for my Farmall M Tri-Steiner tractor? RTSC here doesn't really have a whole lot, but you guys down in the States might have more selection. Something you might even have to go and just use like a universal gauge for it. That might work if you're looking for like a temperature sensor or oil pressure. You might have to use something that's like a generic one, right? But our TSC actually, funny enough, sells a lot of the replacement Ford parts here, which is good. But Farmall, boy oh boy, your best bet's probably Steiner. I can't say I've looked up parts for that, but you never know. You never know. Or, well, if you can find a wreck tractor, maybe that's still got some good gauges on it and some other good parts, that might be a way to go too. Next one is from Chris Moore. Hey Bill, it's me again. I have a Craftsman self-propelled push mower with a Briggs and Briggs and Stratton motor. I'm just teasing you. Briggs motor. It will start on starting fluid, but the governor goes crazy and it sputters like it's not getting gas. We have cleaned out the carburetor. Now, when you say you've cleaned out the carburetor, how much did you clean out the carburetor? Because sometimes there's a lot of little ports and little pinhole things in there that maybe still bunged up. And I don't know that engine without kind of really looking at it, but there could be like adjustments on it. Is there adjustments on it to adjust the needles and the high speed and low speed stuff? You might have to mess with those a little bit. Something potentially may not be hooked back up right if you've had that carburetor off. There's probably some little springs and things that go to little levers and stuff. You got to make sure they get back in the right spot. It will mess it up so bad if it's even off like one hole. It's amazing. It's like this zero-turn mower we got here. Remember, it wouldn't start? It's got a spring on it that holds the choke on. As of now, it's holding the choke on. And it doesn't relieve the choke until it starts to get a bit of wind and it blows that fin and it opens the choke up again. We had a problem with it starting. All we did was we took the one spring, moved it from here over to here, and it works fine now. I actually pinched it in behind like another bolt and it made a world of difference. So it could be something even as simple as that. Hard to say. And I think we're to our last question. So this is from, oh, he wants me to call him BKMB1. Okay, BKMB1. I love watching for a long time. And I was wondering if or when you're going to be playing some Minecraft or GTA 5 anytime soon. I have played a bit of GTA, but we did a few videos there, come racing and stuff and shooting people and stuff. I don't know, I haven't done much GTA lately. I see they have RC cars in it or something now. They're like $3 million or something for one car. I'm like, holy cow, they don't make it very affordable in that game. But there's a lot of people hacking in that game, especially if you play online and stuff. And I don't know, I'm not really into wanting to do that with hacking people. It gets me too frustrated. So Minecraft, my nephew had actually opened up a server, and I was talking to him the other day, and he's like, oh, we haven't been playing on it too much. I'm like, okay, well, I guess I won't come on then. So I actually got my nephew, who absolutely hates Rust, playing Rust and enjoying it now. So that's good. We'll make some videos of that maybe too, from us playing on the Rust. Keep up the hard work and stay healthy during this time. Yeah, so far so good. Hopefully you guys are all doing as well too. We actually had, I think, 19 new cases in our three. They've combined our 3 counties here, so we're Dufferin here, and then Wellington, and then well, Guelph, Wellington, and then Dufferin. We've had 19 new cases from the weekend, so I'm like, that's not good. It's still here. Don't go out anywhere. Stay the frig home. But anyways, that is all our questions. Just refreshing in case another one come in. That's all our questions for this one. So thanks for watching video. I think it's number 5 anyways. And just to give you a little preview here, we've got a really big box on the ground here. We're going to open up soon here and show you what that is. It's a really big box, and the box weighs like 233 pounds. It's a heavy box. And it's for the shed. It's for here. So it's not a welder, because I already got one of them. It's not a plasma cutter, because they wouldn't weigh that much, and I already got one of them. And it's a box. I'll give you measurements even. It's a box, so if you're this way on the box, width-wise we'll say, is 33 inches. And lengthwise this way, ooh, that was cool. Woo. Lengthwise is 22. Height-wise this way is 24.5 inch. So if you can guess what it is, I'll give you $1 million. No, I don't have $1 million, but I would give you some if I had some. It's a big box, so I can't show you the box yet, because then you just know what it is, and that's not even fair. Can you guess what it is by what I've dimensionally given you there? It's got a battery on it. It's 233 pounds apparently. It's really heavy. It does have a motor for the, battery to start the motor, and that's all I'm telling you. Can't tell you nothing else. I'm not telling you anything else until we open it, because it's a big heavy box and it's really heavy. And you need what you need: gasoline, engine oil, wrench or socket set, Phillips screwdriver, and pliers. That's what it tells me. What you need: fuel type gasoline, oil type 10W30. We got a jug here. Picked her up tonight. 10W30. What else is on here? Battery, of course, like I said. That's all I'm telling you. I can't tell you nothing else. Smart charger, whatever that means. But it's not a battery charger. It's not a welder, like a big welder. It's not an air compressor. So I got one of those. That's what we're working on. You guys will have to wait and see, I guess. But anyways, if you got any questions for me, and don't ask me what's in the box, because you're going to find out soon. If you got any questions, billqa@yahoo.com. And thanks again for sending all those questions in. Hopefully I answered all pretty good. But buddy, with that tractor, you definitely got pump problems, or something's going on internally there. You've got a leak in there. I'm 90% sure. Guaranteed. Especially if you rev it up and it's kind of stays up. But I bet you if you let it, they're all relaxing, and you got a leak, internal leak. So anyways, check out Steiner for your parts and stuff there. They're pretty good. They're expensive. Shipping's really expensive right now too, for me here especially, but they've pretty much had anything and everything I needed for my project. I'm trying to think of the name of those pump things, and I just gave my stepdad my catalog. I could have looked it up. There's one on each side though. It fits on like the pump casing inside the machine. Can't remember. But anyways, thanks again for watching. billqa@yahoo.com. Send me a question. We'll do video number 6. Catch us all later, and thanks again for watching, and you guys have a good day. Heavy box. What is it?